Another challenge for the Green Hornet. His aide, Cato, and the rolling arsenal of Black Beauty.
Listen to Al Hurt in the 60s. I'm getting carpal tunnel syndrome just from listening. How does he get those fat digits of his moving so quickly?
And to the district attorney. And now, to protect the rights and lives of decent
back then, electric guitar, rock and roll, and Al Hurt's still staying relevant. That had to be hard to do with all that competition. Go, Al Hurt, go.
Oh,
yeah. Look at the white guy with no rhythm. He just bobs back and forth like a bobble doll. Yeah, you're right. It is carnival time in, I think it's pronounced New Orleans, Louisiana. We use 5 syllables down here in New Orleans for Louisiana. The rest of the state uses 4, Louisiana. And New Orleans is a 3-syllable word. It's not Nolans. No one on planet Earth says Nolans. No one. There's no one I've ever bumped into. Now, you could find some old school uptown woman that says New Orleans. New Orleans. But the new is not Naw. The new is new. And then it's Orleans, L-I-N-Z. If you want to get phonetic about it. Yeah, you right. Lundi Gras going on as we speak. Tomorrow, Mardi Gras 2023. Yeah, you right. I'm laughing. Our wonderful mayor, just classy, beautiful, flipping off the Tux parade. The float passes by. Have a vappy Mardi Gras. She did not like that too much, apparently. The photo is great in so many ways. It's her with a couple of dudes on either side of her catching throws, and like basically an abandoned Gallier Hall stands behind her, like 10 people where there's normally hundreds. I think the city is abandoning this mayor, and just in time. Some great news. Eileen Carter of NoLatoya.org, the recall effort, says, we are confirmed. We have enough signatures to hand in the petition on Wednesday. We urge residents who are on the fence to sign and help build a cushion. Coupled with that lawsuit to rightfully remove some names off of the registered voter rolls in New Orleans, in Orleans Parish. The great thing about this, there's no tomfoolery. There's no slick, maneuver here. I've heard folks talk about purging the rolls. It's not purging the rolls. It's putting the number where it's supposed to be. The lawsuit is simply a mandamus action, which requires the Orleans Parish registrar of voters to have the correct number of registered voters, the legal number, like do your job and update the list. That's all it's saying. And it could lower that number threshold, which right now is at 49,000 plus signatures. I think it's about 49,900 or so. Could lower it to like 44,000 and give NoLatoya.org, that recall effort, a nice cushion. Eileen Carter, who has done a masterful job, but there are no moral victories in this. Man, they played a great game and they lost at the end. They're so improved. There's no moral victory here. Got to cross the finish line. And any New Orleanian that doesn't have some whacked agenda, that simply wants the best for the city, that is fair and objective about it, not playing some Democrat, Republican, black, white funny game, just strictly looking at the mayor, her actions. It's hard to figure why everybody isn't signing this recall. But you do have folks with agendas. You do have folks with a whack political agenda. And they think this recall is something Republican-backed or some ulterior motive. I think for most folks that signed the recall, they're just sick and tired of this entitlement mentality mayor that does very, very little as mayor for the citizens of New Orleans and does a lot for herself. And it's over and over and over again, coupled with that belligerent attitude, like flipping off the Tux crew. Mayor, City of New Orleans, a woman, flipping the bird at Gallier Hall. I mean, you got to laugh. Just so pathetic, so ridiculous, so thin-skinned. My God, you get into politics and you can't handle criticism. You can't handle satire over Mardi Gras with the Tux parade. It's like Crew de Vue. Tux sort of predates Crew de Vue with the, insane satire and political commentary. No, but this mayor is all about herself and is absurdly thin-skinned, can't handle criticism, starts barking like a dog, blah, 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 just yapping nonsense, trying to justify pathetic actions. No, there's too many black and white and Republican and Democrats that have signed this recall petition. More signatures on this recall petition than the mayor got votes last election to be elected to a second term. More signatures than votes for this mayor. So no, sadly, I mean, New Orleans and Louisiana whacked political agendas. It's like LSU, my alma mater. Whacked political agendas is what keeps us behind the eight ball, which keeps us behind the times. Why Austin and Nashville? I mean, forget about Atlanta, Dallas, Houston. They've been kicking our butt for 50 years. But the last few decades, it's been Austin and Nashville just kicking our butt, taking names. And we elect jokers like LaToya Cantrell. Jeff Landry's the favorite to be governor. What do you expect but complete and utter failure when you go in that direction? But there's so many folks. Man, if Edwin Edwards was governor, if we had Bill Jefferson or Mark Maury out back, just a total second-rate loser mentality. Want to elect criminals again that have done nothing for you. I don't know what it is. You live vicariously through them. I wish I was Edwin Edwards, 93 years old, married to a 40-year-old. Now it's John Hilario's term. Or time, I should say. Yeah, it's not daddy issues. It's grandpa issues. Anyway, I don't want to get into busting her chops. Let's just stick to the mayor because she deserves to get her chops busted. And I am hoping and praying for New Orleans' sake. I'll wake up the next day, recall or not. The vote goes for the mayor being ousted, for keeping the mayor for the remainder of the term. I'll wake up the next day and I'll keep pounding away doing this program. It's not going to really affect me all that much as far as me. But boy, it affects our city, and it affects those in our city that need help the most. That's the sad part. And I would say the folks that need help the most, that have been screwed over the most, they're the ones that are like, hey, I wish Edwin Edwards was governor and Mark Morial and Bill Jefferson were back in office. You're right, Corey. You bet that's true. You know that's right. No, and all I can say is self-fulfilling prophecy. You get exactly what you deserve. Nothing, or worse, backwards, like with this mayor. Anyway, Eileen Carter is going to join us in 5 minutes and fill us in on the latest and greatest. Speaking of the mayor, 1 killed, 5 shot on the parade route. She's been mayor for 5 years. Crime has skyrocketed under her watch. And the folks that suffer the most are those pretty much in the 9th Ward, Industrial Canal going east, Gentilly going east, primarily a black population. Those folks suffer the most, not the white dude on State Street Drive in Uptown. That guy who donated all the money on St. Charles Avenue with the banners on his gate, on his fence in the front yard. That dude is going to go on living his life, making millions of dollars annually if this mayor's here or not. Folks need to wake up in New Orleans and Louisiana, just always accepting second rate. 1 killed, 5 shot on the parade route last night during Bacchus, St. Charles Avenue, Terpsichore. 5% of U.S. mass shootings are in New Orleans so far this year. 1 out of 20 mass shootings in the United States of America are in New Orleans. On President's Day, President Biden in Kyiv, Ukraine, visiting with President Zelensky. Pretty impressive stuff. Hey, I've got a few $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates to give away. A little trivia. Mardi Gras Indians, when did they start? And who was Tootie Montana? 2 questions. 766-9480. Dial us up. 766-9480.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, now with 4 area locations. Canal at Carrollton, on the North Shore and Slidell, in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana, and now in Metairie, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. The Woodhouse Day Spa.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the Italian sausage with peppers or the soft-shell crab ravioli. Lunch Monday to Friday. Dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anyway. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool socks. NolaAC.com, your cool socks.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
When a young man comes in and they walk into our store and you can see they're a little intimidated. Last week, I saw the young man. I said, "Hey, what can I do to give you a hand?" And he said, "Well, I'm here for an engagement ring, but I don't think I'm in the right place." So I got him to my desk, and within an hour, he had purchased an engagement ring, had spent $1,000, and he was treated like he spent a lot more, and I'm sure we have a customer for life. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com. Healthy and delicious, hard to find in New Orleans, easy to find at Lebanon's Cafe. For the finest in Middle Eastern cuisine, make it the Mediterranean diet. On Carrollton at Jeanette, Lebanon's Cafe. Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right, Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Yeah, you right, Crescent City and beyond. Mardi Gras in full swing. There's so much action going on in the French Quarter, the Marigny, the CBD, the Warehouse District. So many folks from around the state, around the region, around the country, literally around the world. They've descended down onto New Orleans and Mardi Gras 2023. And outside of last night, this thing was going flawlessly. 1 killed, 5 shot on the parade route. Yeah, like I said, the mayor who flipped off the Tux parade. So classy. This crime surge has happened under her watch. She's been a mayor for 5 years now. Eileen Carter, who worked in Mayor LaToya Cantrell's administration during her first term, talks the talk and walks the walk. She's the one who started this recall effort 6 months ago with Belden Baptiste. And now she has said, quote, "We are confirmed. We have enough signatures to hand in the petition on Wednesday." Eileen Carter joins us again live on the program. Happy Mardi Gras, Eileen.
Happy Carnival, happy Mardi Gras to everyone. I'm just so excited to be able to share this. You know, I was on the radio this morning and it came out the way it did. And I was like, you know what? We should be celebrating this. We are confident that we have the numbers to make sure that we can hand in this petition on Wednesday. And right now we are building a cushion. Everybody's asking exactly what that number is. That's exactly why we're that's why we did file the lawsuit due to the case that we are basing our number off of the 49,000. But of course, we do think that there is even more of a discrepancy, and that number should go down from there, which will create a larger cushion for us. So I do want all of your listeners to know that this isn't about scrubbing any voter files. This isn't about purging. This is about active and inactive status of voters. And that's the conversation we're having, active versus inactive. You have people who are deceased who are active voters. You have people who have moved out of the state that have active voters, people who have moved out of Orleans Parish for years at a time. They should no longer be active. And so that's the case that we want to present, because we have all the evidence. We have all of it right that we can, it's right there in front of your face. It's black and white. And so, this came up because people were sending us DMs and, direct messages and tagging us on social media saying, oh, my grandmother said I'm still in the polls and I moved 6 years ago. Oh, my kid's name is still on there and they haven't lived in the state of Louisiana in 10 years. That's somebody who posted a picture of 5 mailers that went to their house with 5 different names. None of them were that person. So that's 6 people who didn't receive. Are you serious? So we started looking into things and it just kind of blew up from there. So it wasn't something we were looking for. It's something that we happened upon while going through this process.
I'm so shocked, Eileen. New Orleans, not efficient, lean, and mean, and everything's done right. That's so shocking. No, that's fantastic that you guys discovered this. And this mandamus action strictly says, I had Laura Canizero on, the attorney for you guys, and she's like, it basically tells the Orleans Registrar of Voters to do your job. And it's at least 500 registered voters that are deceased. She claims over 20,000 that have moved out of Louisiana and about 9,000 that are no longer living in Orleans Parish. That's about 30,000. It would reduce the 49,900 number to around 44,000.
It would reduce it a lot for us, and so it would increase our cushion, and so therefore that's what we really need to be able to push this over. The more cushion, the better. We want to put an exclamation point on this. So we want to encourage everyone who's been on the fence or anyone who's been afraid to sign because they didn't think it was going to happen. I'm telling you, it's happening. So come sign. Put your name on it. You want to be on the right side of history. You want to be able to tell your children and your grandchildren that you are a part of this. Be a part of the movement. We're changing the trajectory of New Orleans. We're saving New Orleans. Let's do this together.
It's about 49,900 signatures needed. So safe to say you guys are north of 50,000.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, what's next? I've heard all kind of different things. If this can be done quickly, the registrar of voters has 20 days to verify the signatures, less than 3 weeks from Wednesday?
Exactly. They have 20 days to verify. So they're going to go through that process. And then our court case is in the middle of that, February 22nd. So we want everybody to keep your eyes on that, as well as when the petition goes to the governor, he has 15 days. And so we would like, as a community, to impress upon the governor that we do not want to wait, because he could put this back to the fall. We want to impress upon him that we don't want this hanging over New Orleans' head. We want to make sure that we move forward and that we can move forward with new leadership as quickly as possible. So we asked him to set this up this spring. We can have an up or down vote. And then depending on, holidays and Saturdays and Sundays, the mayor would have to be out by the next Friday at 4:30 p.m. We would have an interim mayor being one of our
council people,
large council members. Yes,
yep.
I couldn't get it out. It does look like it would more veer toward JP Morrell, just as the council people have stated, because JP said he did not want to run for mayor. So him being an interim would be more appropriate or appeasable to most of them. That's what has been talked about. There is no concreteness on that one, so don't hold me to that. That's just what had been talked about, just to give people an idea what would happen. And during that process, while he was interim, we would be voting, for a new mayor. Everybody would put in their names, and what happens in an open season. We had an election where we had 13 people running for mayor. People are like, we're not going to have options. You're going to have more than enough options. People are ready for change, and they're ready, to put in their hat in the ring. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited about New Orleans, and clearly the residents are ready for change. Look how many signatures we got. They said that there was a referendum in the last election. Well, I would say that there was one last year in November when we had that election, when we decided on if we wanted to confirm our department heads as well as now. And so people have been, ignoring New Orleanians for a while. They say, we're the big Izzy, we don't care, but we do care about our quality of life. We do care about our children, and we're standing up for them right now.
Eileen Carter's with us. She's behind the recall, NoLatoya.org. You guys have more signatures than the mayor received votes for that second term, correct?
Right. Shouldn't that tell you something?
No, it says it all, Eileen. Hey, what's best case scenario as far as if everything's a go, the registrar of voters gives you the okay, the secretary of state gives you the okay? How quickly could it go to a vote? Isn't there a spring election coming up in just like about 6 or 8 weeks from now?
Exactly. And that is exactly what we're hoping for. That's why I'm like, after they get certified and they move from the registrar's office and she sends it to the governor, where we want everyone in New Orleans to support us to, urge the governor to have this special election as soon as possible for us.
It would be when there's already an election scheduled. From what I understand, it's unclear if the governor can call a special election for this. It may have to wait for an actual election that would be set already. So there's one in maybe about 8 weeks. And then if not, the next one would be like October, all the way in the fall, right?
We're not claiming that. Come on, Corey. We're not even talking about the fall. This is happening in the spring. We're speaking it. It is happening, and that's, it has worked to plan thus far. And so if we, stay with our nose to the grind and really do what we need to do, we think everything is going to fall into place. And so we are looking for an election in the spring. It would be the most efficient thing for the city of New Orleans. You shouldn't leave our government hanging like this. It's a referendum from the people, and we deserve an up or down vote. And so I believe the governor will do the right thing, and that is to give it to us.
Hey, Eileen, the official final day, 6 months, 180 days when you guys filed this thing, Wednesday, Ash Wednesday, in 2 days, the day after Mardi Gras, this Wednesday. But from what I understand, there's a 5-day cushion after that. So is really a week from today, next Monday, really the final day you can accept any signatures, or folks can pull their name out of it if they sign, correct?
Exactly. We were just having that conversation today about how we can still urge people for those 5 days to go sign. Of course, it does take a little bit more effort, but it's just like going into City Hall and early voting. You will have that time for people who have been, on the fence, and some people are that. I understand that it is an emotional decision for some. And so we want to make sure that they know all of their options and can sign if they'd like to. And so we want to make sure that we offer all of those options. So yes, we have had those discussions today in our commons meeting as to how we want to make sure that the residents know that they still have those options as well.
So the kiosks, the little pop-ups, the tents, folks can go to nolatoya.org, and I'm assuming you guys are going to have those through next Monday.
Yes, we have a headquarters on the route at St. Charles in Louisiana. That's where our RV is now. So if you're interested in going check out Mardi Gras, check us out at St. Charles in Louisiana. We have family and friends there. We're signing people up. We are across the parade route. We have canvassers. We found that to be the most effective right now. We do have our, like I said, headquarters set up with our RV at St. Charles in Louisiana. We're giving out T-shirts. We had done it for donation before. Now, with what we have left, we just wanted to say thank you, and we're giving them out. So go get a No Latoya Recall T-shirt and use it as a novelty item. We're making history, and so we this is not about any one of us. This is about all of us.
Yep.
So we just thank everybody for everything that they've done, and we are going to be putting something out to join us as we deliver it. So when we get the final details on that, we will be sharing it with the public to
Excellent.
help us second line these thousands of signatures in, because like I said, it's not about one person, it's about all of us.
Yep. Hey, Eileen Carter, a pleasure. nolatoya.org. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Hi, everyone. It's Tommy Wrong for AsbestosMoneyGrab.com. This is not, I repeat, not for folks with real asbestos problems. But if you're like me, and we're maybe taking a shop class in high school where you maybe breathed in some brake dust, and you know for certain you're fine, but you're the type of person that takes advantage of these types of situations, get tested, lawyer up, and steal some money like me. Go to I'm not really hurt at all, but like exploiting the system for free cash.com.
Kanye West was seen shopping at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google.
Okay, I think Kanye was talking about something else entirely. Super Discount Store on Paris Road in Chalmette.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about New Orleans food, fresh local seafood, and even a few Italian specialties. Old school New Orleans, just like you remember. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
For us, it's really relationships. And if you care about the relationship, you're going to do the right thing for the customer all the time. When we're in design process of a custom-made piece, I have a test that says, if I wouldn't give this to my wife, I think we should pass and start over. If it's not perfect, it's going back to the shop. We're going to start all the way over. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot.
Enjoy outdoor dining on the streetcar line, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, the finest in Middle Eastern cuisine, Carrollton at Jeanette, Lebanon's Cafe.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore led us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
If you're out and about tomorrow, you're going to hear this kind of music everywhere you go. Yeah, you right. New Orleans at its best. Mardi Gras. And the weather has been absolutely phenomenal the last few days. And tomorrow, we might hit 80 degrees. You can wear shorts and a T-shirt. You better wear shorts and a T-shirt under the costume. I don't know. I saw some photos of men and women around the quarter today. Scantily dressed. It's Mardi Gras 2023. And the weather's cooperating for you exhibitionist types. Lundi Gras right now, Mardi Gras 2023 tomorrow with absolutely fantastic, almost summer-like weather. In case you missed it, Eileen Carter just joined us from NoLatoya.org. You can check it out on YouTube right now if you'd like. The 4:20 p.m. mark. A good 12 minutes with Eileen Carter breaking down a lot of stuff, including over 50,000 signatures achieved. Yeah, you right. Hey, I've got a couple of $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates. Stopped the last few days, and it'll continue tomorrow. You might need a massage from the city's premier day spa. That's the Woodhouse Day Spa. 4 area locations right now. In about 4 weeks, there'll be a 5th coming online. Mandeville, Trayen Country. Yeah, you're right. They got you covered at their flagship location, Canal Street at Carrollton in Mid-City. They're in Metairie near North Kenner, Transcontinental at West Esplanade. They're in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana. 1 North Shore location right now, Slidell. A 2nd coming online, Mandeville, in 4 weeks. 5, count them, 5 area Woodhouse Day Spas. Like I said, the city's premier day spa experience. I got a couple of $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates available. The first Mardi Gras Indians. When did the first Mardi Gras Indians parade? Give me a rough time, a good guesstimate. You don't have to come up with the exact date. If you can, fantastic. Hey, by the way, no intranet device, no search engines, no Google or DuckDuckGo or Bing or Yahoo. You either know the answer or you don't. It's that simple. Call a friend if you'd like, but they can't use the intranet device either. No cheating. First Mardi Gras Indians, they'll be cranking it up. Claiborne's and Orleans getting going tomorrow, right down the street from Dookie Chase, right under the interstate. They'll get their own parade going early in the morning. I'll be right down the street. Treme, Louisa, and St. Claude with the crew of St. Anne. beelining from Treme across St. Claude into the Marigny, right by the Marigny Bywater. I guess that'll actually be officially the Bywater, Louisa and Rampart. So from Treme to the Bywater, into the Marigny Triangle, across Esplanade, down Royal Street to Canal Street. The hardcore crew of St. Anne will head to the river. I'll head to Broad Street and Crescent City Steakhouse. Anyway, first Mardi Gras Indians. You got an answer? I got 50 big bucks at the city's premier day spa, the Woodhouse Day Spa. Rouse's Markets phone lines if you'd like to participate. You got an answer? 766-9480. 504-766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone line, 766-9480. Hey, who was Tootie Montana? Who was Tootie Montana? And if you call and tell me the Al Pacino character on Scarface, that's incorrect. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. Who was Tootie Montana? Rouse's Markets phone line, 766-9480. You can also use that phone number if you'd like to participate in the program. 1 killed, 5 shot on the parade route, St. Charles and Terpsichore last night. We were rolling along so smoothly. And then 2 things popped up. That and some cars in the French Quarter. That parking lot, basically in between the flood wall and the river, the French Market parking. A bunch of cars with broken windows. These criminals are just absolutely ruthless. It is beyond getting old. It's beyond getting old. They had a letter to the editor in the Times-Picayune. Maybe it's time again for stop and frisk. I am not into anyone having their civil rights, their constitutional rights violated. But we have a violent crime problem in New Orleans. Like a young girl was shot last night. A young girl. Could be your daughter, your little sister. It's sickening. 1 killed, 5 shot on the parade route. It looks like they did catch at least one of the individuals. A couple of guns confiscated. But another mass shooting in New Orleans. 5%, 1 out of 20 mass shootings so far this year in the United States of America taking place in New Orleans, in Orleans Parish. It's crazy. 504-766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone line, 766-9480. How about Mayor Cantrell in front of Gallier Hall flipping off tucks? Just such a insecure, thin-skinned lady, and just not very ladylike. It was pathetic. Just angry, and the middle finger to the tux. Yeah, just mouth open, just chin up, just really just a bad attitude, a bad look. It's the mayor of the city of New Orleans. It's beyond embarrassing and pathetic. Just ridiculous. No honor, no pride. We know that already. The nonprofits, the junkets, the FBI investigation to her expenses, from the Pontalba to the clothing purchases to the VAPI timesheets. The divorce filing alleging the extramarital affair with an underling. Cheat all you want on your spouse. That's your business. When it's someone that works for the city and is under you, it can be something that could easily be interpreted as illegal. The mayor refusing to answer questions about the VAPI investigation, says she doesn't need to express her opinion or give any thoughts on the security detail, what they're doing. Security detail, more cops watching her than are patrolling an entire district in the city. I mean, I can go on and on and on. It's crazy. Crazy. The email showing the mayor allowing relatives to stay at the Pontalba apartment. Just this entitlement mentality. Security officials clocked in for hundreds of hours and nowhere near the mayor. The mayor using taxpayer funds for more than airfare upgrades, hotel room upgrades, and the like. We can go on and on and on with the mayor. It's crazy. You remember the smart city contract where her pals in her administration were going to be the beneficiaries of it? They own the company. Just ridiculous. Magic Johnson's like, I'm getting out of this one. I'm out of here. No, we're pulling back. And then what happened to Cox? They were the runner-up. Why didn't they get the smart city contract? Because it's all a farce. It's Latoya Destroya Cantrell, Junket Cantrell, Contrary Cantrell. Just crazy. Now, that's why there are more signatures for this recall, and this thing should have been done 3 months ago, in my opinion. It should be like 50+% of all registered voters in New Orleans signing that. But it's north of 50,000 signatures, according to Eileen Carter, which is a few thousand more signatures than the mayor received votes last election. What does that tell you? And the crime surge in New Orleans, all under this mayor, started about 3.5 years ago, about 1.5 years into her first term. She's 1 year into her second term. She's 5 years in. For about 3.5 years, a crime surge in the city, all under her watch. All under her watch. No, the Vappy Mardi Gras Tux Parade. I mean, come on. It's satire. It's Mardi Gras. Everybody gets roasted. Everybody gets roasted. But on video, just the crass, classless, non-ladylike flipping the bird, the finger to the riders in tux, and just the, chin up and mouth open and just mad look. It's just not a rational woman right there at all. And this is the representative of the city of New Orleans. Beyond embarrassing. The flip side of that, it is President's Day. President Biden showing up in Kyiv, Ukraine, with President Zelensky. I mean, that is just amazing to me. 1 year since Russia invaded Ukraine. It's tough being policeman of the world. I get that mentality. So many problems at home. But if we don't do it, then Russia's going to take over Ukraine. And then maybe they're going to, roll into Poland or some of those other Eastern European countries that are on the border of Russia. So, no, it's tough being the policeman of the world, but necessary. You don't want China or Russia doing it. North Korea. Corey Johnson with you. Lundi, Gras, yeah, you're right.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Rouse's Markets means convenience. Every one of our 65 locations opens at 7 a.m., some at 6:30, and they're open until 10 p.m., with some staying open till 11 or even midnight. Convenience. Rouse's Markets. Tastes like home.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Have a painting project but can't decide on the perfect color? At Helm Paint and Decorating, we offer half-pint paint samples in any Benjamin Moore color for under $5, so you can test potential paint colors before investing in a full gallon.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
If you love Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City, you're going to love Bienvenue in Harahan. The same folks bringing a little of that New Orleans flavor to Hickory Avenue. If you love Katie's, come to Bienvenue on Hickory Avenue in Harahan.
being a part of people's lives, from an engagement ring to a wedding band. Before you know it, the wedding day is here, and groom and bride are exchanging gifts on that day. And not too long after that, there's baby gifts to have. And I just enjoy being part of other people's family, saying, Mr. Friend did my engagement ring and he did my mom and dad's engagement ring. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamarck team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamarck Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Recently, Kim Kardashian was seen at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
Let's party.
Can you think of any other celebrities that won't sue us? Super Discount Store in Chalmette. The lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and cold beer. 3235 Paris Road.
Which Metro New Orleans area restaurant made CNN's top 50 in America and ThrillList.com's top 25 and has served presidents at the White House for over 40 years? Trey Yen in Mandeville.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com. The sounds of Mardi Gras 2023. Corey Johnson back at you on Monday. Lundi Gras tomorrow. Mardi Gras Day. Hey, thanks for checking us out on the radio. Oh So Fine, 93.9 FM. Every weekday afternoon starting at 4 p.m. 2 hours of fun on the radio. Oh So Fine, 93.9 FM. You can check us out on New Orleans' own 107.9 FM and 600 AM, all up and down the I-10 corridor from Baton Rouge to Pensacola, Florida. We're on TV for 90 minutes, 4 to 5:30, all over Louisiana. If you subscribe to Cox Television, Cox Channel 4, 4 to 5:30, Your View Louisiana. If you're a Charter Spectrum Television subscriber, Spectrum Channel 333, 3 cubed, 333, Spectrum, 4 to 5:30 weekdays. Live streaming, take the show with you to the hunting blind, the gym, your walk, whatever you're doing, gardening. KareTalks.com, Corey spelled Kaare. KareTalks.com. And we're on YouTube also. Check us out, our YouTube channel. Click to subscribe. Send the link to friends and family. Make it a habit. Corey Johnson, Neutral Ground on YouTube. I got a few $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates. First Mardi Gras Indians. When did the first Mardi Gras Indians march? What's their name? Give me the answer. I got 50 big bucks for you at the Woodhouse. Who was Tootie Montana? Who was Tootie Montana? Give me the answer to that. 50 big bucks to the Woodhouse Day Spa. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. There are several Rouse's Markets right on the parade route. Literally blocks off the parade route. Ferret at Valence? Yeah, on Ferret in between Jefferson and Napoleon. Just about 4 blocks off the Napoleon parade route? The Rouse is right there. The Tchoupitoulas and Napoleon Rouse's, the big one in the 100-plus-year-old warehouse converted into a Rouse's grocery. Incredible. Beautiful old historic brick building. That's right on the parade route where they're lining up. Tchoupitoulas and Napoleon. You're down in the CBD, right off the parade route, a few blocks off St. Charles. Downtown on Baronne, the old Sewell Cadillac building, another historic building converted to a 2-story Rouse's Market. Incredible. French Quarter Rouse's, Royal Street. Another Rouse's right in the middle of it all. I'll tell you, if you go into a Rouse's right now, it smells like Mardi Gras because they're baking up those king cakes. Just a few days left to enjoy king cake from Rouse's, some of the best anywhere. I'll put those Rouse's king cakes up against bakery king cakes because that's what they're doing. They're baking them at the Rouse's bakery in every store. That cinnamon dough recipe goes back 40, 50 years. These are South Louisiana folks. They know Mardi Gras, and they make some great king cakes. And you can get those king cakes by the slice. How nice is that? And you can send those Rouse's king cakes, any flavor, to friends and family around the country. It's not too late. Send friends and family a Rouse's king cake right now. Rouses.com. That's how you do it. Rouses.com. Yeah, Rouse's is Mardi Gras. They've got all the stuff you need. Get fried chicken. Get local-made great food. Chef-driven food. From sandwich trays to all kind of goodies. Ice chests and ice so you can load up the beer or soft drinks or water, anything you need, liquor, wine. They got it all at your neighborhood Rouse's Market, your Mardi Gras headquarter, Rouse's Market. Corey Johnson with you on a Monday. Eileen Carter just joined us. They've got over 50,000 signatures secured. They're looking to get more. Wednesday is the deadline, but there's actually a 5-day cushion. So next Monday is when it all officially ends as far as getting signatures. Eileen told us about their RV wrapped in the NoLatoy.org logo and decals on St. Charles and Louisiana. And if you go to NoLatoya.org, you can find out where those little pop-ups, kiosks, the little tents are, where you can go sign up. Yeah, be on the winning team, the right side of history. Do something positive for the city, because I can guarantee you this, the mayor isn't, and the folks that aren't for the recall, that refuse to sign it, and it's amazing the number of people that go into that number, they can't tell you anything positive the mayor's doing. They can't tell you any of her achievements. They just think, oh, this is racist or there's some angle. Eileen Carter's black. Belden Batiste is black. I don't know what to tell you. Eileen Carter used to work for this mayor, knows her backwards and forwards, was in the administration. She went out. No one pushed her to do it. There's no agenda behind it except Eileen Carter and Belden Batiste, Noonie Man Batiste, a man of the people, inner city guy. I've known him for years. He's just a simple blue-collar guy. Motivate and doesn't like this mayor. And I don't know how anyone could like this mayor. Seriously. Doesn't matter black, white, female, gay, straight, whatever. It's irrelevant. It's about the city of New Orleans in desperate need of real leadership. And this ain't it. And it's clear as a bell. It's clear as can be. 50,000 plus signatures achieved. That's more signatures than the mayor received votes last election to be the mayor. That speaks volumes. Even though I think this should have been done 3 months ago, even though I think, forget about 50,000, should have been 50% plus of the voters in New Orleans signing this. But, I know there's an apathy and a complacency and a lot of second-rate folks. I use the LSU Law School example. Look to your left, look to your right. One of those folks won't be there next semester. Look to your left, look to your right in New Orleans and Louisiana. One of those folks right next to you is second rate, settles, not a winner, likes to lose. Corey Johnson with you. Don't go anywhere on this Lundi Gras. 5 o'clock power hour coming up next.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
Hi, it's Ken Friend from Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business. Come see us over on Maple Street in Uptown.
Friend & Company Fine Jewelers, Breitling time, 5 p.m.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love. More. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, is now more convenient than ever. Now open, the Woodhouse Day Spa, Metairie location, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. Metairie and Kenner's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot.
If you or a loved one are suffering from addiction, listen to Springfield Wellness Center's founder, Paula Norris Metier.
I feel personally, when I walk around on the grounds, that it's sacred ground. It's healing. Just the environment is healing. Just being here makes one feel like that. I can let go. I can let go of the worry. I can let go of the stress that I've been carrying around for a long time. We don't shame anybody. We don't blame anybody. We don't judge anyone. Just that alone really is the foundation on which everything else that we do is done.
Put your addiction behind you. Call Springfield Wellness Center, 504-291-4000.
Just call us. That's all. And we'll be waiting for you.
504-291-4000. 291-4000. Springfield Wellness Center. SpringfieldWellnessCenter.com.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about John Fury, an absolute genius at the fryer, making the best fried shrimp in New Orleans. None better anywhere. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see. What about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamarck team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamarck Ford. We became number one for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all of the time.
Where can you find shish kebab in New Orleans? Lamb, beef, chicken, shrimp, plus all your other Mediterranean favorites. Lebanon's Cafe on the streetcar line. Lunch, dinner, and shish kebab. Lebanon's Cafe.
When a young man comes in and they walk into our store, and you can see they're a little intimidated. Last week, I saw the young man. I said, "Hey, what can I do to give you a hand?" And he said, "Well, I'm here for an engagement ring, but I don't think I'm in the right place." So I got him to my desk, and within an hour, he had purchased an engagement ring, had spent $1,000, and he was treated like he spent a lot more, and I'm sure we have a customer for life. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
My favorite, one of my all-time favorite programs as a child, Johnny Quest. So well done. So well done. Great music, great scripts, storylines, and adults could enjoy it. It's really good. The characters were incredible. How cool was Race Bannon? I mean, Race Bannon's like cooler than James Bond. Jade, his girlfriend, would just pop out of the woods, out of the jungle, smoking a cigarette. Crazy. The good old days. Uh-oh, that laser beam's about to blow something up, but here's Mr. Drew Brees from La Jolla.
Down in New Orleans where the blues is born. It takes a cool cat.
There's Jason at the controls. And here's the bobblehead guy, Corey, with no rhythm. A white man with no rhythm. I'll be the dorky dude with no rhythm walking with the crew of St. Anne tomorrow. Starting in the Treme, crossing over St. Claude, over there to like Rampart and Louisa, right down the block from the old Mandich restaurant. Boy, was that good. So good. I miss Mandich. So we'll go from the Bywater, cross over Race Street into the Marigny, cross over into the Marigny Triangle, cross Esplanade into the Quarters, head down Royal Street to Canal Street, check out the tail end of Zulu, the beginning of Rex. The rest of the crew of St. Anne will beeline towards the river for their tradition. I'll hook a right at Albuquerque and head to Broad Street and Crescent City Steaks for my tradition. Yeah, you right. Fired up to march. Nice, slow, steady walk with the crew of St. Anne. How about this weather? Fabulous weather for the last few days. Hard to get much better. We had like a wintry mix where it was like cold back on Thursday and Friday. And now we're going to have like 80 degrees possibly tomorrow, which is just what the doctor ordered. Should be nice and sunny. We might hit 80 by around lunchtime. Start off around 65. So when you're getting going early in the morning, the Mardi Gras Indians and the like, it's going to be really nice weather. And then by 10, 11, noon, it should start creeping into the mid to high 70s. And then right after lunchtime, maybe 80 degrees. Should be an absolutely fantastic Mardi Gras. Lundi Gras going on right now. Mardi Gras tomorrow. Ash Wednesday this Wednesday. Also the final official day, 180 days, 6 months in for the NoLatoya.org crew, the recall effort. Eileen Carter joined us in the 4 o'clock hour. You can check it out on YouTube right now. 50,000 plus signatures. They've crossed the finish line, but they want a buffer. They want a cushion. So officially, the 180 days ends Wednesday, but then there's a 5-day grace period up until next Monday. And NoLatoya.org, go to the website. You can see where the tents, the little pop-ups, the kiosks are all around New Orleans. Eileen said they've got the RV parked on the parade route, St. Charles and Louisiana. You can go sign up right there. Yeah, be on the winning team, the right side of history. Sign this recall already. If you care about New Orleans, put your own wacky personal agendas aside. I'm black. I don't want to go against this black woman. I mean, grow up already. It's 2023. It isn't about, hey, I'm black. This black woman's wrong, but I'm going to stick to her side because she's black. That's insane. And I can't say it any better. You go, who's this white boy saying this? This white boy is saying this clearly. The rich dude on St. Charles Avenue that put up a lot of the money for NoLatoya.org with the banner on his fence, his multi-million-dollar house, that guy's going to go on making millions of dollars a year if LaToya Cantrell's the mayor or not. You know what else is going to continue? Folks struggling in the 8th, 9th Ward, East Gentilly going east, New Orleans East. It'll continue to be the same for you. The white dude on State Street, win or lose, recall gets the numbers, it gets the votes or not. Their lives aren't going to change all that dramatically. Your life can change dramatically. For folks on the lower economic side of the spectrum, in crime-ridden neighborhoods with bad streets, bad schools, no economic opportunity, you should be rushing to sign this thing. It's mind-blowing. But, you know, black, white, Republican, Democrat, a lot of New Orleanians, Louisiana folks cut off their nose to spite their face, have a defeatist mentality, have an agenda they won't let go of for decades and decades and decades. I hear folks 70, 80 years old saying the same stuff they said 40, 50 years ago, like it's 1972. No, it's sad. There's a second-rate, defeatist type of mentality in New Orleans and Louisiana. That's why we've been getting our rear end kicked for decades and decades by, of course, Houston, Dallas, Atlanta, just slaughtering us. But lately it's been like Nashville and Austin, Texas, kicking our rear end up and down the street. This is a no-brainer. Already more signatures gathered than this mayor received votes last election. That's ridiculously telling. But like I said last hour, last week, last month, this thing should have crossed the finish line 3 months ago. And 50,000 plus signatures, it should be 50+% of the voters that have signed this recall. But no, like I said last hour, like they say at LSU Law School, look to your left, look to your right. One of those law students won't be here next semester. Too hard. They didn't sign up for this. They don't really want to do the work. They're lawyering in what their, really their vocation, what they want to do. They bail. They drop out. I always say in New Orleans and Louisiana, I don't care if you're black, white, Republican, or Democrat. Look to your left, look to your right. One of those people, it's like a third of us. Defeatist mentality, loser mentality, lazy, don't want to win. Winning's hard. Losing's easy. Complacent, apathy, whatever it might be. Whatever it might be. Boy, during the break, I saw that Fury's TV commercial. I saw that stack of light, crispy onion rings, the gumbo, great fried seafood, all local fresh seafood. What a great way to get your evening going. Get a good meal tonight to get ready for Mardi Gras tomorrow. And boy, during Lent, tough to beat Fury's restaurant in Metairie. They're open till 9 p.m. As good as it gets. Fury's restaurant in Metairie. 78 degrees right now. Tomorrow, 65 in the morning. We'll probably hit 80 a little bit after lunch. A warm but welcome Mardi Gras. Partly cloudy to sunny. Should be really nice tomorrow. Mardi Gras was going so smoothly up until yesterday. And then two things happened. One, really violent. The other, partially violent, just, tiring. The violent one, St. Charles and Terpsichore in the middle of the Bacchus parade. 1 killed, 5 shot on the parade route. Another mass shooting in New Orleans. 5% of all mass shootings in the United States of America have taken place in New Orleans so far this year. There's something very wrong with this. This violent crime surge the last 3.5 years, all under LaToya Cantrell's administration. And speaking of the mayor, not very mayor-like or lady-like, just go on social media, the videos everywhere. Tux Parade passing. One of the floats had Vappy Mardi Gras, not Happy Mardi Gras, Vappy Mardi Gras. It's Tux. They're like crew de vue. It's like political commentary. No one is safe. It's like a Blazing Saddles. Everyone that's, a public official, someone in the public eye, they get grilled if they do anything that's a little marginal. Mayor Cantrell in front of Gallier Hall, flipping off the Tux crew, just angry, upset, head up, mouth open, just middle finger, just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Pathetic. This is the mayor of the city of New Orleans. And I'm sure, like I said, look to your left, look to your right. One of those people, second rate, kind of loser mentality. There's some folks that are probably like, go, mayor. We love you doing that. Absolutely insane. Not very mayor-like or presidential-like at all. Speaking of president, it's Lundi Gras here. It's President's Day everywhere else. President Biden in Kyiv, Ukraine, visiting with President Zelensky. Just kind of a surprise visit. Now he's in Poland. That is huge. That is tremendous for Ukraine. Corey Johnson with you. Eileen Carter joined us last hour. You can check it out on YouTube. 50,000 plus signatures. We are confirmed. We have enough signatures to hand in the petition on Wednesday to the Registrar of Voters office. They have 20 days to verify those signatures. And then ideally, Governor John Bel Edwards puts this on that election coming up in a couple of months. And then you can vote to keep or oust Mayor LaToya Cantrell. Hey, you got to get those clothes cleaned after Mardi Gras. YoungsDryCleaning.com, a New Orleans institution since 1940, the premier dry cleaner, YoungsDryCleaning.com. The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Super discount store in Chalmette.
3235 Paris Road.
The lowest price allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and beer.
Worth the drive from anywhere.
If you're throwing a party and need wine, alcohol, and cold beer, super discount store in Chalmette.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
For us, it's really relationships. And if you care about the relationship, you're going to do the right thing for the customer all the time. When we're in design process of a custom-made piece, I have a test that says, if I wouldn't give this to my wife, I think we should pass and start over. If it's not perfect, it's going back to the shop. We're going to start all the way over. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
As New Orleans as Mardi Gras. Corey Johnson on the neutral ground.
We're all just blocking the street. Come on, I gotta deliver this pizza. Screw it. We won't stop blocking the street. Never stop blocking the street.
Hey, it's New Orleans as it gets. Katie's in Mid-City, the quintessential New Orleans neighborhood restaurant. Scott Craig, owner, operator, head chef. More is better, more of the good times. Katie's in Mid-City. And don't forget about Bienvenue. That's the Katie's of Harahan. In the Bend on Hickory Avenue, Old Jefferson, River Ridge, Harahan, Elmwood. The Katie's of Harahan, Bienvenue. Yeah, why aren't you at Katie's right now? What a great place to celebrate Mardi Gras. Lundi Gras going on now. Tomorrow, Mardi Gras Day 2023. Outstanding weather expected. Might hit 80 degrees tomorrow. And we're going to not get out of the 60s tonight, overnight. We're like 78 right now. We'll go down to about 65 degrees. That's it. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, like 65. And then it's just going to creep on up about 12, 15 degrees from there. Should be partly cloudy to sunny. No rain chance. Yeah, you right. Mardi Gras 2023. It was going off without a hitch. 1 killed, 5 shot on the parade route during Bacchus. That was sickening to see. St. Charles near Terpsichore. Almost to MLK. Almost to old Trivoli Circle, Lee Circle, the old Lee Circle. 5% of all mass shootings in the United States taking place in New Orleans. 1 out of 20 in New Orleans. Unacceptable. French Quarter was waiting on this. The French Quarter parking lot in between the flood wall and the river. Multiple cars, smashed out windows. Just these pathetic criminals. Just absolutely ridiculous. Relentless. They just do not stop ever. Ever. Speaking of criminals, LaToya Cantrell in front of Gallier Hall, flipping off the riders of Tux. Just angry, flipping him the middle finger, the bird. It was unbelievable. The video, the photos are all over social media. 46826, NOLA.com, they're everywhere. And they should be. Obnoxious behavior. The supposed leader of the city of New Orleans, the mayor, not acting very mayoral or ladylike at all. Just angry and obnoxious. Just pathetic. Pathetic. Eileen Carter joined us from NoLatoya.org, the recall folks. Eileen Carter joined us an hour ago, around 4:20. You can check it out on YouTube right now. A good 12 minutes with Eileen, filling us in on all kind of stuff like 50,000 signatures achieved. 50,000. And the recall officially ends on Wednesday, but there is a 5-day grace period where you can still sign. So really a week left next Monday. And NoLatoya.org has all the locations of those pop-up tents, the little kiosks, the little pop-ups all around the city where you can sign. They have an RV right now at St. Charles in Louisiana. You can go and sign there. Get signed up. Be on the winning team, the right side of history. It's time to oust this mayor, this entitlement mentality, do-nothing mayor. All she's about is enriching herself. She knows the score. Her 15 minutes of fame, she thought it was 3 years from now, the end of the second term. How many junkets can I get in? How many trips can I go all around the world and put it on the taxpayer's dime? Meals at great restaurants, staying at the Pontalba apartment, on and on and on and on. Just a pathetic entitlement mentality. I mean, we've had some characters, some criminals as mayor, city of New Orleans, some real ineffective folks. This lady is taking the cake, plus an FBI investigation. I mean, if you ask me, my reputation on the line, will this mayor get indicted and eventually go to jail? I would bet more for that happening than against it happening. And she deserves it to happen. Just really a bad attitude and nothing beneficial happening for the citizens of the city. Hey, it is Mardi Gras Day tomorrow. I got a couple of trivia questions, Mardi Gras based. Rouse's Markets phone lines are open, 504-766-9480. 766-9480. The first Mardi Gras Indians. You can give me the year. You can give me the actual name of the group. I got 50 big bucks at the Woodhouse for you. 4 area locations. Mandeville coming online in about 3 or 4 weeks. That'll be a 5th location. First Mardi Gras Indian tribe. Give me the name. Give me the year too. Boy, that's really 2 questions. Either one, it's good for 50 big bucks at the Woodhouse. Hey, who was Tootie Montana? And don't tell me the Scarface movie character. That's Tony Montana. Maybe doing Toot, but that's Tony Montana. Who was Tootie Montana? Rouse's Markets phone line, 766-9480. 504-766-9480. You got answers? I got $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates. Yeah, you right. Yeah, the car break-ins in the French Quarter parking lot, ridiculous, absurd. Just can't have that. We were cruising along with none of that. And then yesterday, not only that, during the day, but then last night, 1 killed, 5 shot, including a young little girl. St. Charles Avenue at Terpsichore. Police did arrest 1 suspect and confiscated a couple of guns. On President's Day, President Biden in Kyiv, Ukraine, visiting with President Zelensky. That's good stuff. I love seeing that. It's a year since Russia invaded Ukraine. Ukraine's an ally. Eastern Europe. You can't let that country fall to Russia. No, Ukraine, I wish we could, it's not give more, but give more specific things like fighter jets and more military type stuff to really clock this Russian military. That it's a 2-for-1. It's saving Ukraine, and you have Ukraine doing our work, just beating up this Russian military, weakening this Russian military. Hey, let's hit the phone lines. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. 766-9480. To New Orleans, home of Mardi Gras. Cheryl joins us on the program. Hey, Cheryl.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing well. How about you?
I'm doing great.
Cheryl, have you signed the recall?
Oh, yes, definitely. Most definitely.
Nice. You're pushing it on other friends and family members too?
All of my friends and family have signed.
Nice.
I wish I could sign again.
Yep. Now that shooting the finger yesterday was like icing on the cake,
yeah,
huh?
That was like icing on the cake there.
Yep. Ridiculous.
You don't care nothing about the taxpayers.
No,
Period.
she really doesn't, Cheryl. It's a shame. We can do better than that.
For the visitors too, that's here.
Yeah, no, they're seeing that nonsense as well. They're going back to their hotel rooms and checking out local news, checking out the paper. What you got scheduled for tomorrow, Cheryl?
Well, unfortunately, I have to go to work. I'm a healthcare worker, and I'm going to have to go to work.
Wow. Well, let's try to tighten you up with a gift certificate.
And stuff. I've been to a few of them.
That's
before,
good.
So
that's good.
I'll be at work.
Well, let's try to tighten you up with a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. You got an answer to any of our questions?
Well, I thought the first Mardi Gras Indians was the Creole Wild West.
The Creole what?
Wild West.
The Creole Wild West. Wow. Cheryl, I've got a different answer, but I like that answer. And I like your, I don't like it, but your dedication to work and, helping out others. I'm going to tighten you up with a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Yeah, go get your nails done or your toes or get a massage, a facial. They'll take care of you, Cheryl.
No, Cheryl, I got it. Yes.
Uh-oh, I'm hearing that show host coming through your television set. I can't stand that guy's voice.
I love it.
I love you too. Hang on, all right, Cheryl?
Okay.
All right, that's Cheryl in New Orleans. Picking up a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. Creole Wild West. I'm going to have to check that out. I'd never heard of that group. She might be right on the money as one of the first. I like the answer, and I like Cheryl's dedication. So we're going to tighten her up with a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. How about you? First Mardi Gras Indian tribe. And when did it go down? Those are two different questions. You either have the name or maybe you know the year roughly. And I'm just looking for roughly. You don't have to have it exactly. Also, who was Tootie Montana? Who was Tootie Montana? Give me the answer to that. I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. Rouse's Market's phone lines, 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. I picked up Lebanon's Cafe today for lunch. Little chicken shawarma, some tabbouleh, a fried football kibbe. Absolutely fantastic. It truly is some of the best Middle Eastern food in the city. Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn. Outdoor dining in this weather, and they're open till 9:30 tonight. They're closed every Tuesday, including tomorrow, Mardi Gras Day, obviously, but they're open right now through 9:30 tonight. You won't be disappointed. Check out Lebanon's Cafe, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, where Carrollton Avenue is one lane in between Claiborne's and the River Bend. Tonight for dinner, Lebanon's Cafe. Yeah, you right. Lundi Gras, tomorrow, Mardi Gras, Wednesday. The recall's last day, also Ash Wednesday. 78 degrees right now. Tomorrow we'll get our day started around 65 degrees for Mardi Gras. And then we'll creep up maybe 12, 15 degrees, might hit 80 after lunch tomorrow. Absolutely perfect. Maybe partly cloudy to sunny. No complaints there. Should be a really, really nice day tomorrow for Mardi Gras 2023. 1 killed, 5 shot on the parade route. What a nightmare that is. Gets ridiculous. We were doing so well, cruising along. The violent criminals were pretty much, distracted with Mardi Gras. And then 1 killed, 5 shot on the parade route. And then earlier yesterday, during the day, a bunch of cars broken into in the French Quarter parking lot in between the flood wall and the Mississippi River. Obnoxious. Like the mayor. Mayor LaToya Cantrell flipping off the crew of Tux yesterday. They had a Vappy Mardi Gras float, not Happy Mardi Gras, Vappy Mardi Gras. And the mayor apparently a little disgusted and just a mean, ugly look. Chin up, mouth open, just middle finger to the crew. Just nasty. Not a good look at all for the mayor. Not a good look at all for the mayor. The flip side, a really good look for President Biden. Like him or not, in Ukraine, visiting with President Zelensky in Kyiv, Ukraine. I think pretty impressive. We're into this thing. There's no backing out now. In it to win, Ukraine has to beat Russia, demoralizing Russia, demoralizing their military, totally weakening their military. Ukraine's doing all the fighting. No U.S. soldiers there unless they choose to go. You have mercenary types and soldier types from all around the world fighting for Ukraine. It's Eastern Europe. Our NATO allies are all around there. Can't have Russia going there. What's next? Poland or another Eastern European country that borders Russia? No, you got Putin who's just, mentally losing it, physically losing it. Might have some type of Parkinson's or some disease. I was watching a video of his legs just flailing around like waist up. He looks fine. And then they show him waist down, and his feet are just fidgeting and moving around. And fidgeting's not the right word because it was beyond his control. And you can tell some physical ailment, some medical condition that is hurting President Putin of Russia. Corey Johnson with you on a Monday. Yeah, you right. Hey, tomorrow you might get home and your AC or heat won't be working. Don't stress out. Get that problem solved quickly. For most of us, AC and heat's going to be working fine tomorrow. But for some of you out there watching or listening, you might lose your AC or heat tomorrow. River City's Total Maintenance is there. 3 things that are in my book as far as important for an air conditioning or heating outfit. 3 things. Honest. I don't want to learn about air conditioning. I want honest folks that are only going to do the service, repair, replacement that's absolutely necessary. Don't want to get fooled or tricked. I want an honest air conditioning and heating operation. I want air conditioning and heating experts that diagnose it right away. And I want them to come immediately. If my heater AC is not working, I'm inconvenienced. I want it fixed yesterday. Honest air conditioning and heating experts that come immediately. That's River City's Total Maintenance. Every day on radio, on television, on YouTube. We broadcast live from the Buddy Diliberto River City's Total Maintenance Studios. Hey, speaking of YouTube, you can go to our YouTube channel, Corey Johnson Neutral Ground, right now. Check out the program live and check out Eileen Carter from NoLatoya.org, the recall effort. She joined us about an hour and 20 minutes ago, hour and 15 minutes ago for a good 10, 12 minutes. 50,000 plus signatures achieved. The recall effort ends on Wednesday, but there is a 5-day grace period. So it's really a week from today, next Monday. There'll be pop-ups and kiosks, those locations all over the metro area through next Monday, including the NoLatoya.org RV right now on St. Charles in Louisiana. Go there. Go sign the recall petition. We need a nice cushion so no politician or, someone with influence, some hack can take this away from us. And then the registrar of voters in Orleans Parish has less than 3 weeks, 20 days to verify the signatures. If that's achieved, John Bell Edwards could call an election as soon as 8 weeks away, scheduled for the spring elections coming up in 2 months. That vote goes down. By 5:30 Friday of that week, the mayor is done. An interim mayor elected by the city council will go in there for a few months, most likely J.P. Morrell. And then there'd be a special election where qualified candidates would run for the remaining, 2.5 plus 3 years of LaToya the Destroyer's term. That would be such a huge victory, moral victory, a literal victory for the citizens of New Orleans, a possibility of righting the ship. Because with this mayor, leadership, winning, job creation, lower crime, it is an impossibility. Junkets, continuing to take advantage of the system, staying at the Pontalba, on and on and on. FBI investigations, that's all that will continue, guaranteed. Any progress for the city? No way, no how, no chance with LaToya, the Destroyer, Cantrell. Corey Johnson with you on this Lundi Gras today, any day. If you're checking out this program on radio, television, YouTube, live streaming, KareTalks.com. It's always brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex. And now, Lamarck Crescent City Ford in Elmwood on Jefferson Highway. That's right, 2 Ford dealerships. The big store in Cantrell by the lake and Lamar Crescent City Ford by the river in Elmwood on Jefferson Highway. Ronnie Lamarck from Araby Park just does not slow down. Every day, this program brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex and now Lamar Crescent City Ford.
Come on down to New Orleans' own Bourbon Street, the toilet of the Crescent City. Literally. Need to urinate? Pee right on one of the historic buildings. Need to vomit? It's okay. Throw up right in the street. Bourbon Street. Prostitution, drugs, strip joints, daiquiri shops, and trinket stores. The toilet of the Crescent City. Come on down. It's Bourbon Street.
This is what Drew Brees thinks about Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Actually, Brees doesn't think at all about Super Discount Store, but they do have the lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law for beer, alcohol, and wine. Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Super Discount Store!
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
If you love Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City, you're going to love Bienvenue in Harahan. The same folks bringing a little of that New Orleans flavor to Hickory Avenue. If you love Katie's, come to Bienvenue on Hickory Avenue in Harahan.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day. By river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Hey everyone, it's Casey Kasem with another top 40 hit that's sweeping the nation. Because I'm Vappy.
Because I'm Vappy, supposed to be patrolling the streets as a cop. Instead, I do it my way. Because I'm Vappy, hanging out at the Puntalba apartment with Junket Cantrell all day. Because I'm Vappy, on the clock, not patrolling the streets. Instead, kicking back and still getting paid. Because I'm Vappy, waiting for the cable man, water plants and chilling, hey, because I'm Vappy on the city payroll, not working, because Montalba's such a nice place to stay, because I'm Vappy earning lots of money, because who wants to work when one can play, because I'm Vappy fighting crime in the city, but hanging with the mayor, got nothing more to say, because I'm Vappy, because I'm Vappy, because I'm Vappy.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Being a part of people's lives, from an engagement ring to a wedding band. Before you know it, the wedding day is here and groom and bride are exchanging gifts on that day. And not too long after that, there's baby gifts to have. And I just enjoy being part of other people's family, saying, Mr. Friend did my engagement ring and he did my mom and dad's engagement ring. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about their daily lunch specials like red beans and rice, black-eyed peas, white butter beans, liver and onions. Daily lunch specials. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
Hey guys, it's Frank Smith from LasVegasGambling.com with your weekend 5-star lock of the week, lock of the week, lock of the week. Take the Lakers and the points over the Clippers. Sell the house, sell the boat, sell your children. Send grandma away and take the money. Put everything you've got on this 5-star selection. It's the Lakers over the Clippers. And we've also got a fantastic 5-star parlay as well. Call us now, 888-555-7777. It's Frank Smith, a.k.a. The Hammer, from LasVegasGambling.com. Do it now, now, now.
I used to tune in the old Rush radio station. I didn't listen to Rush Limbaugh for whatever it's worth. And I'd tune in out, and I would just strictly tune in to see how quickly he would say Obama. And it would usually be within 20 or 30 seconds. Occasionally, I would hit the button and Obama. That would be just like the first thing. It was hysterical. Almost wrecked the car. There's a local station in town, and I tune them in to see when they're going to say like reparations or anti-white or anti-Jew. And that's usually within about 30 seconds or a minute. That's pretty funny. And the station I used to work for down the dial, it's tune in and how quickly will you hear a gambling commercial or an injury attorney commercial? There's got to be some money you can get from regular New Orleans businesses. My God, there's like 4 or 5 different gambling operations that they push all day long, have local hosts pushing the gambling sites. And they even have a local host or two pushing the injury attorney. I worked at the shop when I was working on cars in high school at shop class, and I might have breathed in some brake dust. Really? I mean, it just yells, hey, you deserve a check. You're not, nothing's wrong with you, but why don't you sue somebody and get a free check? It's just pathetic. Enough with the gambling and injury attorneys already. There are a lot of businesses in Metro New Orleans. Go try to find some that aren't injury attorneys and gambling oriented. Geesh. Yeah, I decided when this legalized gambling thing opened up, I was like, I'm not going to take this money. I don't want to push cigarettes on folks. I don't want to push, gambling. Look, it's legal. I'm not complaining. You want to gamble? That's fine. But I'm not going to be a part of it on this program. I'm not going to push these gambling sites. I don't bet. I don't gamble. I mean, I might go to a casino once every 2, 3, 4 years because I'm with some friends and they wanted to go, or there's a party there, or a bachelor party or something. Everybody wants to go to the casino. I hit the ATM. I pull like 60, 80, $100 tops. And that's it. I go to the blackjack table or something and I'm slowing down the game because I don't play it enough. And worse, I'm saying hit me or not. And the next guy next to me is like, dude, you took my card, or you whatever. You're supposed to take a hit. And look at the card I got now because of you, so and that's fine, But I'm not saying I'm not against it. It's not for me. And I didn't want to take money from casino or gambling interests and push that narrative. I'm not going to take that money and do live commercials for something I don't do. And, use the code Corey and get $100 in free bets. It's just, that's not my bag, but it's comical. You can play the game yourself. How quickly do you hear an injury attorney or gambling spot down the dial? Funny stuff. Hey, Latrim, the global manufacturing giant, is hiring. Go to their website, latrim.com, for a full listing of positions available. I mean, we're almost into March now. A lot of you are probably like, man, 2023, I'm changing jobs. I'm looking for a new career. This is it. Latrim.com. Dozens and dozens and dozens of jobs available at latrim.com. Latrim spelled Laitram. Go to the website now. Get a new gig. Apply for a job today. Enjoy Mardi Gras tomorrow. You might have that job by the end of the week. Latrim.com. Happy Lundi Gras. Corey Johnson with you on a Monday. Tomorrow, Mardi Gras Day 2023. Yeah, you right. The weather's really cooperating too. Tomorrow morning, it's like 75 right now, 76 degrees. Tomorrow morning, we'll wake up to around 65 degrees, short pants, T-shirt, whatever. And then we'll creep up about 12 to 15 degrees. Could hit 80 degrees after lunch tomorrow. By that time, I'll be enjoying a little slabbage at Crescent City Steakhouse on Broad. Now, my day is going to start about 7 a.m. The crew of St. Anne, 7:30-ish, will be in the Treme on Louisa and St. Claude. Then we'll cross over into the Bywater, Louisa and Rampart, where Rampart beelines towards St. Bernard, where life is hard, hard, hard. It's one lane, one way. And then we'll go across Race Street into the Marigny Triangle, across Esplanade, down Royal, through the French Quarters, end up on Canal Street, check out the tail end of Zulu, the beginning of Rex. The rest of the crew of St. Anne will hook a left, head to the river for their tradition. I'll hook a right, get scooped up by a buddy, and we're going to go to Crescent City Steaks and get a good meal. I'm the poster boy for Catholicism. Am I going to Crescent City Steaks tomorrow? Because, man, no meat during Lent. No, I'm going tomorrow because they're open on Mardi Gras Day, and it's a great place. But, yeah, I probably will eat meat during Lent. Maybe I'll focus on Lent this year and actually give up something for a change. No, I'm the poster boy for Catholicism. I go, like, to church on Christmas, maybe Easter, maybe not at all. I've got to try to do better. Anyway, 1 killed, 5 shot on the parade route last night, St. Charles and Terpsichore during Bacchus. Just not right. Yesterday, in between that flood wall in the Mississippi River, that French Quarter parking lot on the eastern side, Moonwalk, multiple vehicles broken into, windows smashed, just unacceptable, absolutely pathetic. Speaking of unacceptable, absolutely pathetic, 46826, NOLA.com, all over social media. LaToya Cantrell, you can check out the video or just the photo, flipping off the crew of Talks, the middle finger. Mad, angry, upset, just ridiculously unprofessional and pathetic. Not very mayor-like or lady-like. Hey, last hour, 4:20, you can check it out on YouTube. Eileen Carter joined us. 50,000 plus signatures. They've crossed the goal line. Really, the deadline for 180 days, 6 months since the filing is Wednesday, Ash Wednesday, in about 36 hours, less than that. But there is a 5-day grace period where you can continue to sign. So the ultimate deadline is a week from today, next Monday. And NoLatoya.org will have kiosks and little tents, pop-ups all around the metro where you can go sign until Monday. And there's that RV wrapped in the NoLatoya.org logo and all that on St. Charles and Louisiana right now on the parade route. Go sign that recall. Be on the right side of history, the winning side. Time to 86 this mayor and elect someone else for the remainder of her second term. Her 15 minutes of fame are almost up. The junkets, the Pontalba apartment, I can go on and on and on. It's tiring. That entitlement mentality is tiring. President Biden in Kyiv, Ukraine, visiting with President Zelensky today. That's good stuff. Just a surprise coming out of nowhere. Now he's in Poland. No, just really good stuff. Corey Johnson with you on a Monday afternoon.
Hey, y'all, it's Junket Cantrell, Mayor, City of New Orleans. We've decided to hold a contest where you can decide where I go next on my taxpayer finance vacation. I was thinking about Acapulco, but that's in the Western Hemisphere, and we can do a lot better than that. Think Europe, Asia, maybe even the Middle East. You know, if it's safe. You don't want old Junket Cantrell getting hurt. It's all about my vacation, having fun and spending the city's money on my entertainment. I'll be flying first class, of course, and I'll be bringing administrative flunkies with me. It should only cost the city around $30,000, maybe $40,000. Help me pick my next city finance vacation. Go online, Cantrell Junket at cityofno.gov, and have a fleeced day.
At Helm Paint, we go the extra mile with free delivery anywhere in the metro area. In the middle of a job and short on paint? Call us and we'll come to you.
Short on time? Call in your order and pick it up in the drive-thru at our Earhart Boulevard location.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
If you or a loved one are suffering from Parkinson's disease, listen to Springfield Wellness Center's founder, Paula Norris Metayer.
People started coming to us and asking for help for things other than addiction. We have a Parkinson's patient here. He comes in once a month and gets his little booster because that's what you have to do. In 2 hours after he started, his tremors in his hands stopped. So he said, Paula, your major marketing challenge is that it's too good to be true. But it's true. It truly is true. We can't say that all of these things have a cure, but these things happen and they're real.
Call Springfield Wellness Center, 504-291-4000.
Just call us. That's all. And we'll be waiting for you.
Make the call, 504-291-4000. 291-4000. Springfield Wellness Center. SpringfieldWellnessCenter.com.
Here's New Orleans native son, Corey Johnson.
New Orleans City Councilman Freddie King joins us.
So I want to first say thanks for having me. And believe it or not, man, I used to listen to your show all the time driving home. So it's an honor to be on.
Freddie, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's an honor to have you on the program. Thanks.
The official afternoon talk show of the city of New Orleans. It's Corey Johnson on the neutral ground, where New Orleans is heard.
When a young man comes in and they walk into our store and you can see they're a little intimidated. Last week, I saw the young man. I said, hey, what can I do to give you a hand? He said, well, I'm here for an engagement ring, but I don't think I'm in the right place. So I got him to my desk, and within an hour, he had purchased an engagement ring, had spent $1,000, and he was treated like he spent a lot more, and I'm sure we have a customer for life. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
Which Metro New Orleans area restaurant made CNN's top 50 in America and ThrillList.com's top 25 and has served presidents at the White House for over 40 years? Trey Yen in Mandeville.
That's the sound you'll be hearing tomorrow. Fired up for this, for my first time walking with this crew of St. Anne, led by a brass band, about 15 members, tubas and drums and all kind of brass instruments, trumpets, the whole 9 yards. Fired up about that tomorrow, walking with the crew of St. Anne. Just, it's, you know, I've done the Napoleon to St. Charles thing. I've rode before, pretty much done all of that, but have never marched from Tremé into the Bywater, into the Marigny, into the Quarter, ending up on Canal Street after the march and watching the tail end of Zulu and then Rex, a little of that. And then a Mardi Gras tradition Crescent City Steakhouse, which will be slammed. Yeah, I'm going to try to get there early and hopefully don't have to wait too long. But that's going to be my Mardi Gras tomorrow. The weather's going to be fantastic, especially for folks that are going to be scantily dressed, men and women. I saw a picture of some guy looked like he had on a jock strap only and like cowboy boots. I'm not kidding you. Like a jock strap only and cowboy boots just walking through the quarter. I was like, what a great photo. And from behind, no pun intended. And boy, some of these women, it's like, that's about 1 square foot of clothing in total. So with weather 65 degrees in the morning and creeping up to maybe 78, 79, 80 by lunchtime tomorrow, there'll be a lot of scantily dressed people. It's Mardi Gras, you know? I think that French Quarter Marigny thing, it's not for children, you know? That's more of an adult thing. You won't see many kids down there. Family bringing kids down there, wrong choice. Stay on the avenue, catch the parades, like I did when I was a kid. What's that, Blue Boy? You want to participate in Mardi Gras? Crew of Bacchus, buddy. See you Wednesday, New Orleans. Have a safe one tomorrow.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson. On TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube. On radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
Hi, it's Ken Friend from Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business. Come see us over on Maple Street in Uptown.
Friend & Company Fine Jewelers, Breitling time, 6 p.m.